Home fam. Real quick, I meant to do this video the other day, but I forgot. Did y'all see the story? Shreveport, Louisiana man shot and unalive 8 children. 7 of them were his children. His wife, a girlfriend. His name was Shamar Elkins. I was watching this story and I was thinking about a time where I was at a really low point and I was on a rampage to hurt people. Um, and I can remember at that time, I was also on the same little rampage, wanting to not just hurt people, hurt just anybody. You'll have to excuse me. Whew, these little bugs have been flying. Y'all know I don't have no screen. So these little bugs been flying in. Oh, and they're driving me nuts. And I've been just doing what I can. It's bleach water. I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. Anyway, sorry. So people were confused. They were like, how can someone unalive their children? I mean, and we've seen stories about it. All praises to the Most High. I told you I was not a good mom. Couldn't be. I didn't know how. I didn't know how to love. I was so angry and so hurt and just so. Ugh. Boy, it was a wild. Ooh, that was a dark, very dark time, and it lingered on for many, many years. But I absolutely tried to unalive my children at one time. All praises, I wasn't able to do it. Because my thought was, I'll take them out and then I'll take myself out because I felt like if I left them here, there wouldn't nobody take care of them like nobody took care of me. And it would seem like, and it wasn't just one time, it was several. And I would always get down to that last breath, and I would let go. I would stop, whatever it is, whatever it was I was doing to try to take them out. I mean, if you've seen any of my videos, I had been trying to take my own self out way before I became a mom. So when I became a mom, I was just trying to take us all out. I could have been one of those stories. No one would have understood. They read about you after the fact. Then I also read that they said something about he was making posts. I guess it was Facebook posts or whatever, some social media posts. And they were like, he had issues. And people knew it, but no one took it seriously. That's why it is so, I say it all the time, it is so important that we know and learn the truth early. 8 children. I think the oldest was maybe 11 or 12, and the youngest was like 3. How many people now? And as for men, we know how it is for men. They don't like to um, reach out. Um, and some people, period, just in general, they don't like to reach out. But men, especially, they don't. When they're hurting and they're going through, they don't feel comfortable reaching out, which is sad. As if they don't have feelings, as if they don't go through, as if they don't carry a lot of weight on their shoulders, not just for themselves, but for them, for their families. Like that's wild. It's wrong that men should not, like, men. You don't. You're a man. You don't. Men don't cry. Men don't do this. Men don't do that. Really? What men? Which men? They don't have feelings. We allow our boys, our young boys, to grow up having no control over their feelings because they don't supposed to have any of them. They're not supposed to have feelings. So then they grow up to be a man and they don't know how to be a man because, first of all, I'm human. I have feelings. And absolutely, we should have control over our feelings. That is absolutely true. That's for anyone. We should always have control over them because our feelings can get us in a lot of trouble. If we took feelings out and we just look at truth, it is what it is. And there will be no, you know, on the fence, back and forth. No, no, no. It is what it is. Take the feelings out. Just take them out. Now, I know the Most High gave us the feelings for a reason. Yahweh gave us these feelings for a purpose, but it's for His purpose, not ours. And we don't know how to use what He's given us. We don't know how to use them. We use our feelings all over the place, just whenever, whatever suits us. And let's be clear. I know anyone can sit here and just think and go, you know what? If I'd have took my feelings out this situation, so and so wouldn't have been able to do that to me. You get your feelings involved and be like, oh, but I love them. So take that out of the equation and look at, and I don't know. I'm just so thankful because the life I could have had, the things I could have done, the Most High held my hand back somehow, thankfully. Because I'm telling you, the enemy had a serious hold on me. I didn't think about nothing. If I had the thought, punched him in the face, I would punch him in the face. If I had the thought, and I'm not kidding because I've done it, hit him with your car. So I tried to hit this man with my car, ended up going up a pole. I didn't think. It was just whatever. So thankful to still be here to even try to help people see that there is a way out. When you go, when you've had all of the, I used to call it hell, but when you have so many horrible things happen to you, and it start. when you're a child and when you're young, when you can't control nothing, you just gotta take what's given. And I took a lot. Absolutely, I did. I took a lot. So my feelings. I led with my feelings. I remember this woman said to me, she says, "Ooh, baby, you wear your heart on your sleeve." She was like, "That's not good." And I did not understand what my heart on my sleeve. Yeah, I led with my feelings. Everything, ooh, I was all over the place. That's why my emotions were so crazy because I was raised in a crazy way, abusive, violent. So when I became a parent, what did I know to do? Be abusive and violent. That's what I knew. Now my heart was like, no, I was going to be the best mom ever, but I couldn't do it. I didn't know how to do it because my emotions was what I led with. I'm mad, and I don't care who's around. I'm mad. So everybody's supposed to suffer because you mad? Yes. That's how I live my life. That's how I live my life. And I didn't see anything wrong with it either. I really didn't. I felt like I was deserving of that since all I went through. As if the people that I'm taking it out on has something to do with what I went through. They did not. But because I'm mad at you for this, I'm mad at you for this, and everything else that I've been through. So I'm coming like a freight train. So when I read this story about this man who unalived all of his children, I don't know. But that enemy really had a hold of him because I don't know how he went throughout that house and pew pewed each one of these babies in the head like that. I don't know how he did this. This is for educational purposes only. Oh my greatness, I don't know how he did that. Because I'm telling you, and I would I would use my hands on my children. I had this thing where I felt like I needed to end whoever it was. It didn't matter who it was. I needed to end you so that you could leave me alone. But I would black out, you know? Then I come to and you look down and it's like, oh my, and I get up, thankfully. The Most High get me up out of it because, like I said, man, for so long, people used to be like, she's just crazy. And I'm like, maybe I am crazy because I don't remember none of what y'all talking about. I don't remember none of that. But I knew they weren't lying. That was the thing. I knew they weren't lying. But I don't remember it. I don't remember none of it. But I would be tired. I would be sweating. I would be out of breath. I would be exhausted. And after an episode like that, I could sleep for 2 days. Sleep for 2 days easily. Now sleep for 2 days. Now forget I have children. Whatever. It was bad, y'all. It was bad. I can't believe that I'm not her anymore. Like, I never thought that that would ever change. I never thought I could ever get that off of me. Because let me tell you, I felt it on me. I was on, it was heavy. Oh, it was heavy. So heavy. I felt like it was a weight that I just couldn't get up off my back. And then in the end, he unalives himself. So now he don't even have a chance to repent and change. So what is the? I pray that he, because you never know. You know, we never know what happened right at the very end. You never know. But that is the one thing I was so thankful about. Us unaliving ourselves. It cuts off our opportunity to get it right before Judgment Day. Now, if we're unalive, then, you know, either way, the Most High allowed it. But what I'm saying is, could you imagine if I would have was able to have unalived myself back then? As many times as I tried, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I can't. I quit counting how many times I tried. I tried with all kinds of stuff. I used to think, I'm telling you, I used to think I was different. You know, I'm a demon. I used to think because I can do all of this and nothing happens to me. I never. Every once in a while, I would go to the hospital because sometimes it would be the people I'd be around. They would be terrified. They're gonna call the ambulance anyway, so I'm gonna go to the hospital. You're not pumping my nothing, just whatever. I'm telling you because these people won't leave me alone, kind of thing. But when you are so down and you see nothing but darkness, how many people have made decisions because they were so depressed and so down, so angry, so something. They were so something. The emotions taken over and made a choice, and now they have to deal with the consequence of the choice they made. It might have been them being unalive, someone else being unalive, you going to jail for the rest of your life. It could be anything. You've unalived someone you love and care for. Like, how hurt, how much darkness he had to be in to unalive 8 children, wife and girlfriend. Now, from my understanding, he didn't unalive himself, if I'm not mistaken. He carjacked someone and they unalived him, if I'm not mistaken. Because I know he didn't unalive himself. If I said that, because I think now I'm sitting here thinking, like, did I say he unalived himself? Because if I did, I apologize. That was not true. He did not. Someone else unalived him. He carjacked someone. But my scenario, my intention was to unalive my children and then unalive myself. And I always said, if I ever, I remember saying this, and I was talking to God because I was a God believer back then. I believed in God then, and I said, okay, I'm going to go kill these children. I said I'm gonna go kill my kids, and I love them. I love them, and I don't want to leave them here because I don't want anybody to hurt them. This is my mindset. I didn't want no one else to hurt them, but I'm gonna kill them. Oh, excuse me, unalive them. And I felt like that was the best thing to do. When you're in that mindset, when that enemy has got so hold that deep, deep hold on you, there's no telling what you may do. I remember at one time I said that I wasn't going to unalive my children. I was just going to unalive myself. So practically every year I'd write them some goodbye notes. I'm not even kidding. Explaining to them why I had to do what I had to do by unaliving myself. You don't know what it's like unless you've ever been right there at the brink of that. And then to see where you could have been or what could have happened to you. All praises. The Most High has something better for me. So I'm thankful that I was able to learn the truth before it was too late. Because I'm telling you, I have been trying to unalive myself for years, many years. And to the point where I was like, I might as well stop trying because apparently I don't die. But I think that's why my stomach, I have a lot of stomach issues. They can't figure out why. I'm like, I know why. I know why. It's a wonder I have a lining in my stomach at all. I'm telling y'all. Because I didn't want to pew pew myself because I felt like if I did that and I didn't do it right, then I'd be all messed up and I didn't want that. Um, I didn't want to take a knife to myself because I thought that would be painful and I didn't want to do that. Literally, I said this. I'm like, I've been in enough pain, so doing that way wouldn't. I don't want to do that. So then I figured, well, if I take enough, you know, then maybe I'll just in my sleep. So that's what I would do, and I would take all of it. I'm not even kidding. Now that was something I could actually do. I would take them all. I think that's probably why I don't like taking pills today. I don't like taking pills for nothing now, but back then, the whole bottle. And then I would wake up with the handwritten notes that I wrote to my children on the side several times. Oh, so many. My stomach hand, my stomach. Most he gave me a stomach of steel, I guess, because he knew what I was gonna do. Not once. I might have had to up, you know, because they were making my stomach hurt. I might have gotten a headache. That's about it. And so I started thinking, I'm supposed to go through all of this. That's what I thought. Because I can't unalive myself, and then you won't take me. So I guess I'm supposed to go through this. And I guess he was like, "Yep, you do, because I need you to do something, and only you can do it the way you can do it." Yeah. So When I saw that story, my heart just kind of sank a little bit because I just was like, "Ooh, I was there, but all praises I wasn't able." We never know what someone is going through, really. When you, 'cause like I said, I haven't really looked at it or nothing, but they said that he made Facebook posts and he was saying things and people knew something was going on with him, but they never, really paid it any attention. And with him being a military person, ain't no telling what he's been through over there being in the military. That for him to come home and, you know, mm, I don't know, y'all. Without the Most High, I don't know where I'd be right now. I'm telling you. I can't believe that I am who I am today. I never thought that this would be how I could feel. Now, it was what I always prayed for. I always said I wanted to be healed from the inside out. Now, I'm not saying I'm 100% healed, because definitely not. Went through a lot. But you know what? I would definitely say 85%. I really would say that. I would definitely say that. And for me, that is awesome. That's awesome because I never thought it could be. We need to learn, we need to know what the truth is so that we can live a life that the Most High will be pleased with. Yeah. Well, if you get a chance, go check out that story. Shreveport, Louisiana, 8 children. Shamara Elkins. Shalom, fam.